name is Bishop David Munyiri Thagana. Thank you so much for choosing to tune in to my YouTube channel at Bishop David Munyiri Thagana. You know, I've just celebrated my 59th birthday anniversary, and one of the common questions that have been asked over and over again is, Bishop, how can you share with us the lessons that you have learned in life? How can you help us learn from your past mistakes? How can you transfer the knowledge, the experience that you have to the next generation? I mean, every place I went during this birthday celebration, and I don't know why this time, people were asking me to have a way of sharing my experiences, my life lessons. People have asked me questions of how did you begin GOA? How did you get to where you are? What is it that we can learn? And what can you pass to the next generation? So those have been the questions that have been asked by many people. Others have asked me indirectly, and they have said, Bishop, why don't you write a book? And then we can be able to read and benefit from your wealth of experience on ministry. And of course, I will definitely want to write a book. Others have told me to do a movie. All these are possibilities. But to avoid a situation where I keep to myself all what I have known in life, or what I have learned, or what God has been teaching me, I've decided that I'm going to use my YouTube channel to start sharing and teaching life lessons that the Lord has taught me over time and again. I am going to start doing series of teaching, a series of teaching or teachings. And I'm going to start with a series on the power of teamwork. The power of teamwork. This is one of the greatest lessons that I have learned in ministry. And before I talk about the teamwork or the power of teamwork, let me begin by saying that what I have learned in life is that successful individuals, successful people, successful institutions, they have four characteristics or four qualities. Number one is that they all have a very clear vision. Every successful person or organization, they pursue a certain vision. They are following a dream. And I will be talking much more about that with particular reference to the GOA vision, and it will be right here on this YouTube channel. Every successful person, institution, or organization, or even company, they demonstrate good plans, the ability to put plans together. And that is something that we will be talking about in the series that we'll be teaching. Every successful individual or institution or organization demonstrate the ability to do teamwork. They will function in teams. And number four, every organization and individual that is successful is very keen on mobilization of resources. And we will be talking about that through life experiences. So we will be having a series on each of these: vision, plans, teamwork, resources. But for the purposes of this first session, allow me to jump right into teamwork and the power of teamwork. Because this is one of the lessons that has really impacted me in my life and what I do. Now, God has given every one of us a vision for your business, for your family, for your ministry, for your company, wherever you are in life. You are climbing the stages of life, and there is that life purpose or vision that you feel God has called you to. You need others. You don't want to go it alone. You do not want to start pursuing a vision alone. You need to do it with others. That is what I'm calling teamwork. when you involve other people and you together become a team, then you have the ability and the power to realize your vision much faster and more effectively. May I begin by defining what a team is? And I know this is common to us, but I want you to take note of every aspect of this definition. So for purposes of the teachings in Bishop David Munyiri Thagana's YouTube, every time I refer to the word team, this is what I'll be talking about. A team is a cohesive group of individuals who work effectively together with a commitment to reach a common vision or organizational goal. That is what I'll be referring to as a team. It is the synergy or spirit that allows common people. It allows common people to accomplish extraordinary results from their effort or from their individual parts when they are united. So friend, when I'm talking about a team, and it is good that you understand this, I am referring to a cohesive group of individuals who work effectively together with a commitment to reach a common vision or organizational goal. I am referring to the synergy or spirit that allows common people to accomplish extraordinary results from their united effort. It is the hands of many working with a single mind to accomplish a goal. That is what I'm calling a team. And when I talk about the power of teamwork, I am talking about that cohesive group of individuals. That cohesive group of individuals who work effectively with a commitment to reach a common vision or individual goal. Remember this, it might be you as an individual that God has given a vision, but for you to succeed like other successful individuals and organizations, you need a cohesive group of individuals. And take note of the word cohesive. Just a bunch of people don't form a team. Just a group of people don't form a team. A team is a cohesive group of individuals who work effectively together with a commitment. There must be commitment. And the commitment is towards reaching a common vision of the organizational goal. Now, when I think about this, I'm thinking about when God called me to start GOA ministry at the age of 27. I was a single man who was not married, and I had been to Christian Union, served as secretary, chairman, teacher, and all that. But I realized at this point that though it is me that God has called and given me the vision, so it is me who have clearly heard God speak to me that I need other people. And I began by having groups of people, but they were not cohesive. I began having groups of people, but they were not effectively working towards a common goal. So this is something that takes time, and it takes time. But I realized that as an individual, you can accomplish a lot, but when you have hands of many people who are working with a single mind to accomplish a goal, then you are able to do much more. And as we will be proceeding to talk and to learn from this series, you will realize that at this point, GOA is celebrating 30 years. And we have seen the Lord help us to plant over 160 churches because of teamwork. We have seen the Lord help us to start 8 children's homes that are caring for over 400 children. We have seen the Lord help us to train thousands of leaders annually around the continent. We have seen the Lord helping us to build peace in families, in tribes, in communities, all because of teamwork. And as you will learn as we continue, GOA functions in different teams. There are teams that are administrative, that are based in the head office in Nairobi of GOA. There are teams that are focused on compassion ministries that are led by Madam Esther, Mrs. Esther Munyiri. There are teams that are focused on discipleship and growing the church that are led by Reverend John Kareithi. There are teams that are focused on developing leaders, preparing the next set of leaders that are led by Reverend Phyllis Wangeshi. There are teams that are focused on peace building and reconciliation that are led by my wife, Reverend Joyce Munyiri. Now, these are just but a few teams, because inside the team of 13 that are found in the head office with me, inside that there are other smaller teams that are focused on specific aspects. You'll find sports teams there led by Paul, going down all the way from top to the grassroots, working several different teams. You'll find communication teams led by Fred Osundwa, right from the grassroots, working different places to communicate the vision. You'll find other teams for the next generation of leaders, the emerging leaders who are being mentored and coordinated by Munyiri Thagana and Paul Maina. You'll find teams of volunteers that are coordinated and led from Switzerland and from Kenya and all over the world, coordinated by the team leader, Grace Karaoke, and all those other teams that are within the financial teams that are coordinated by Grace Mbogwa, and many other teams inside there. But today, I just want you to understand that we have reached where we are today as an organization, and we have a 30-year celebration because of a cohesive group of individuals who work effectively together with a commitment to reach a common goal or organizational goal. These people, they have brought their synergy together with a spirit that allows the common people to accomplish very extraordinary results for the united efforts. Our hands of many people in Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, and now heading to South Sudan, our hands of many people, they have a single mind to accomplish one goal for the GOA vision. Now, for the purposes of the lesson and to help you understand teams, allow me to use acronyms. An acronym is a word that is derived from the first letters of a word formed together to bring out meaning. The acronym that I will use in my lesson on the power of teamwork and the meaning of teams, I'll use the word teams as an acronym. T stands for team, stands for together. That's team. The word teams is TEAMS. So the acronym teams, T stands for together. Remember, we have talked of a cohesive group together. E stands for everyone in that group. A stands for achieves. M stands for more, and S stands for success. So whenever you think of the word team, my friend, the word team or teams, think about the meaning: together, everyone achieves more success. I am sure you want to achieve more success in your business. You want to achieve more success in your family. You want to achieve more success in your organization, at whatever stage you are in life. Remember the power of teamwork, where together everyone achieves more success. That is a definition of teams. Now, Every team has got team leaders, and team leaders have got their functions. Again, I will use the word teams as an acronym to help you understand the functions of the leaders of teams. We will take the word teams again, T-E-A-M-S, to learn the functions of a team leader. T will stand for teach. Teach. It is the responsibility of the team leader to teach the people in the group. E will stand for empathize. It is the team leader empathizes with their team. A stands for ask questions and listen. Good team leaders ask questions and they listen to their people. They ask why this, why that, how do I do this, how do I do that? But they are not always giving instructions. They listen to their people. M stands for motivate team. Team leaders motivate their teams. You motivate them, you energize them to do things in a different way. S stands for serve all team members. It is the responsibility of team leaders, leaders of the team, to serve all members. You don't want to be serving one member. You want to serve all the members, all the members. So teams, as an acronym, to illustrate the work of leaders of the team, is that leaders of the team teach for T, empathize for E, ask questions and listen for A, motivate their teams for M, serve all the members for S, and underline the word all the members. If you are a team leader who is serving some members, you are going to create a dysfunctional team. Some people, so your team will feel that like you favor some people more than others, and so it is important that you serve all the members. Now, my friends, we have just completed recently a team building event at Nikasiri Adventure, past Kitengera. This event was a compassion team building event. And GOA Compassion team has 35 caregivers. 35 caregivers and 5 security guards. Praise the Lord. I just can't imagine that within 30 years that GOA has grown into a compassion department that has 8 homes where over 719 children have passed through, and the team of caregivers has grown from 30 years ago to 35 caregivers and 5 security guards, 40. That is only one, just one of GOA's teams. There are other teams, but this is only one. In fact, we have the discipleship that is much bigger, which has bishops and pastors and elders. But this past week, we have spent time with the compassion department, the 35 leaders of caregivers, and we were asking ourselves the question: caregivers normally take care of people who are hurting, who are in pain, who are suffering. So we were asking, who cares for the caregivers? That's why we decided to run away from the daily routine of work and go to a quiet place and just take care of ourselves, because it is important that caregivers also take care of themselves to avoid burnout, to avoid compassion fatigue, to avoid a situation which comes with all these like depression and even suicidal. It is important that caregivers learn to care for themselves. It is important that caregivers learn to go to a place like where we were and spend time taking care of themselves. And at this point, I want to thank GOA Switzerland very, very much, under the leadership of the Executive Director, Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you, and your teams from Switzerland for finding it necessary to sponsor compassion teams into a weekend off, into a team building event, so that they can work together more. We thank you, and may the Lord bless you. And I would ask every other partner who wants to see success where they are putting their money, I would like to ask you to consider also the welfare of the teams themselves. Sometimes partners and people sponsoring institutions focus so much on the money going to the product, like maybe to a child or to a church that has been planted, but sometimes they ignore the process. They are just looking sometimes at the product, the child, or if they are sponsoring a child, or they are looking at a church if they are helping a church to grow, but they don't look at the process, which includes the teams that delivers the funds from the donor all the way to the person, so that you can get the overall results. So teams should be remembered, budgets should be developed specifically to motivate the teams, to take teams for team building, to help the teams also reflect on themselves. And so, my friend, we are talking on teamwork, and we are learning from this recent Compassion Ministry, GOA Compassion Ministry's team building event. And we learned one lesson, that teams function better. Teams function better. And I will use the acronym TEAMS again to help you learn how teams operate. We learned that teams function better when there is trust. So if you look at the word teams, and we are making it an acronym for how teams function, T stands for trust. Teams function better when there is trust. Look at the zip line that we are trying to climb up there in the Compassion team line. It is all about trust. I'm telling you, I trusted the teacher, I trusted the instructor when he is saying, hold the rope, when he is saying, your right foot forward, when he is saying, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. It was all about trust. So it is, T stands for trust in teams. And if your team is going to function properly, it must learn to trust each other. E stands for encouragement. E in the word team stands for encouragement. I only made it to the end of the zip line because of the encouragement of the instructor and the encouragement of the people who are down there. You can even hear them at the background of the video saying, Bishop, you'll make it. Keep going. You are almost there. Encouragement. A stands for accountability. Accountability. I learned that our instructors in the team building event kept on asking us to be accountable. And even before we started to climb the zip lines and to do those other events, we were all gathered together and we were made to sign a waiver of responsibility, where we waived responsibilities that we were actually made to sign that we will not sue anybody, that in the unlikely event that we fell down and we broke down or we even died, that we will not sue anybody. That's accountability. We took our own accountability as a team. And then within ourselves, we had to hold each other accountable that you must follow the instructions of the instructor so that we don't get to any emergencies or injuries. But the most interesting thing is that I learned that my team fears death. So when they were reading the instructions before we signed, and they said in the unlikely event that you die, that your bills will still have to be paid. They needed 18 people and we were 35. They could not get 18 people to make a team to start the game. So we were only 15 because the others feared death. They feared to fall down. But accountability is important. Whether people like it or not, it is important that we learn to hold each other accountable. So the word A in team stands for accountability. M stands for mission advancement. Teams function better on missions advancement. Teams function better on S, which is serving one another and the larger cause. Serving one another. You'll be excited to hear that when we were coming into smaller teams during teamwork, we really enjoyed serving one another. One game we were supposed to be passing the water behind whoever fills the bottle first. And we were so careful. We don't want to pour water on each other's back. And we wanted to make sure that we pour it systematically until it reaches the end. And when we won, we were all coming together because we are serving one another. When one of us was unable to complete the event, at one point our compassion director, who is the leader of the teams of all the 35 caregivers, could not finish the zip line. I think she was determined to finish, but because she was feeling responsible for all of us, because she's the one who had organized the event, she wanted to be at a place where she is watching all of us. And she really behaved like a good mother, like a good team leader, just saying, hey, so-and-so, 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 are you okay? Or are you okay? So I think because of that, taking heavy responsibility on herself, upon the entire team, she didn't finish. So she was brought down from the zip line nicely and slowly. Everyone stopped where they were at that point, because we wanted to see that she is being brought down safely. Because when teams function better on trust, encouragement, accountability, they all want to advance the mission and they all want to serve one another. That is how an effective team functions. My friend, I want you to remember that there is power of teamwork. In the zip line that we were doing, not many people were able to finish to the very end. But one of our staff from GOA Strong Tower Children's Home, his name is Patrick Ngoge. Patrick Ngoge was the first. He was actually ahead and he moved so fast. I really admired him. And I kept my eye on Patrick because he's ahead and I want to be successful. If you want to function well as a team, look ahead. If you want to be successful in life, look ahead. Don't keep looking backward. Look ahead. Even the cars, the windscreen, the front windscreen of a car is very big because human beings are meant to look ahead, to see ahead more, so that they can be successful. So I kept on looking at Patrick Ngoge. He was determined, he was motivated. And when I saw that he has completed, and now he is on the zip line, the final leg, I was very motivated. Behind me was Joseph Karaoke Kangonga, who works at GOA Ken West. And this is an elderly man with many children. And he kept on telling me, from behind I could hear him say, Bishop, we will make it. Hold there, hold there. And he was coming behind me and he was watching me. When he saw that I'm making it, he was very excited and he gained courage, because that is the way teamwork functions. And the people who are not able to get up in the air because they don't have that risk ability to take the risk like that, they were part of the team. If you listen to the background, you'll hear them saying, Cairo. Most of them are saying, Cairo, Cairo. Cairo was the photographer. So everyone wants Cairo to make sure that he captures the moment, because Cairo is an important member of the team. He is going to help them record these experiences. Some people may not be in the game, but they are cheering, and their cheering is important. You can hear some people at the back cheering. But one of the greatest lessons we learned was from overseer, Reverend Paul Mwai, the manager of Strong Tower, the overseer of Lift Legion for GOA. He did not climb up, but he found himself a big tire for the tractor, and he was pushing, rolling the tire. The lesson I learned there is that it is important that everyone be part of the team doing something. It is part of it. It's important that everyone be doing something that is leading the team towards the overall goal. The overall goal there was to cohesiveness. It was to be together. And we may not all be at the same levels, But it is important that we find our place in the team and we fit there. Pastor John Waidanji surprised all of us, because when we went to the zip line, we were given 3 levels. Level 1, we were told, is for the children or the people who don't have much experience. Level 2 is much stronger and tough for people who want to take a big challenge. Level 3 is the toughest, up. Waidanji chose to go straight to that level. And he made it.
Instructor.
It was very exciting to see that side of him. So Patrick, our account assistant, taught us a great lesson. He chose to start with level 2. It was too tight for him. But he decided he's not giving up. So he only moved from level 2 backward to level 1. And he completely and successfully completed level 1. So it is important to assess ourselves and know our strength. It's important to do your own SWOT analysis. You know your strength, your weaknesses, the opportunities, the threats. Know where you are and where you can start. Know your position in the team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to have taken you through this first session on the power of teamwork. And I believe you now understand better that you need a team. I believe you understand what is a team. I believe you understand how a team functions and the role of leaders of the teams. And together, you can achieve more than what you can achieve by yourself. In the next series, we will probably focus on another team. But I want you to know that GOA would like to appeal to you to sponsor a child. We have 210 sponsorships that are needed at the moment. Each sponsorship is $39 US. And at the moment we need 210 so that all our children are fully taken care of. This cut across the board, our 8 homes, and we can break them down for you. But just know that if you can sponsor a child at $39, we have 210 opportunities so that our children can be cared for, and you become part of the team for the support, financial support. And may the Lord bless you and the Lord be with you. In the next series of the power of teamwork, I will focus on the biblical foundations of teamwork. I will focus on biblical foundation of teamwork. Keep it here. Subscribe to this YouTube at Bishop David Munyiri Thagana. Make sure you sign notification so that when we go to the next series, you are able to be alerted when the series is coming. So God bless you. Start functioning as a team. Build yourself a team and begin looking at the lessons we have learned and know where things may not be working well. And may the Lord bless you. I look forward to the next session on biblical foundations of teamwork. God bless you. Thank you.